was going to say some things about Susie Bright. All of that stuff, kind of sketchy. Like, she got to consult on this film, and then she got to stack the bar with a bunch of her friends. Her stipulation for being in the film was that she had to be on set for the sex scene. Now, to a degree, I do understand that and stuff like that. But like, if you're choreographing it and everything like that, I get that. But she really inserted herself into this production. Like, she kind of, like, the way that it read is that she held her expertise hostage unless she was allowed to be in certain situations. And honestly, in a situation that sensitive, that should not have been up to her or even the director. That should have been something that was dealt with the actors, because the actors joined in for that and agreed to work with the director. They should not, like, I don't know the very specifics on that. I just don't like that somebody's like, okay, I will do this, but I have to be there when you shoot the sex scene.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
like,
I can hear myself on your earbud again. Hopefully.
you keep transferring out of the earbud and actually to the regular audio, which I don't know why, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second, and I'll transfer that back.
I was going okay, but I needed to go. I need to go on a rant, and I need to be able to not hear myself to do that.
Okay, hit it. Go.
All right. So, now I'm taking the earbud out. So I'm just going to go on a roll here. The way I would see that. Now let's remember, this is back before the Wachowskis transitioned. We don't know where they are mentally on where that's going to be. So basically what we have here in this situation is two men effectively saying that they want to make an authentic lesbian love story between these two. If I were in her position, knowing how badly lesbian relationships have been over pornified by male directors in the past, I would absolutely see why she would be extremely protective of every element of that. And I could also see why the Wachowskis would be absolutely willing up in the attempt to do what they genuinely wanted to do, which was make a genuinely erotic, while also at the same time romantic lesbian love story, something that they obviously at the time had no experience with themselves. So I would say it's pretty good for them that they were willing to give up that control. Sketchy as it may be, it probably, made sense for her to make those demands. And as far as the actresses go, this was Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon in a low-budget film with a couple of no-name directors. I have no doubt that they had all the control that they could possibly ask for. I'm sure they signed off on all of it, or else they wouldn't have even been there. So that's my take.
All of that, I do understand. The fact that she wasn't just in the scene in the bar, but the fact that she had to be the one that she went to go hit on, it's details like that. That's where it felt like Susie Bright tried to be too much part of this movie when it was the Wachowskis, and it was these guys. But she's like, I'm not gonna work on this movie unless I get to be the one the mega babe hits on. It's like, really, dude? Like, I do see everything you say, and I completely see it. I agree with it. I understand it. But then you throw a couple extra things in there, and it's like, this isn't about you, Miss Bright.
I see your point, but honestly, I don't feel like it's that big of a deal personally. Especially,
oh no, I don't think it's a big deal. It was just like,
it felt a little sketch to you.
We're talking about the movie.
Okay, all right.
Let's see, but yeah, it was
did that harm your enjoyment of it when on the second view?
It pulled me out of it in the first viewing because it didn't seem natural. Like, you had a flow, you had certain characters, you had all of this. Then you have Susie Bright, and even you said, like, it stuck out in your mind as she, like, there was something different about her than everybody else. She literally, like, the way that it was cast, the casting director did not, like, there's a reason that you cast actors at the same talent level, so it doesn't take the person out of the movie. There's a reason that background casting directors cast the background to where the background actually meshes. Like Susie Bright's insistence on inserting herself in this, even before I knew anything about it, that moment seemed really weird to me. So
see, I didn't have that issue with it. Like I said, when I said that she looked out of place, I kind of meant like it made sense why out of everybody in that place, that's the one that Gina Gershon zeroes in on, because she's all decked up. She almost looks like the way I took it from just like, you know, first sighting, the way what happened in my head is that she was basically someone who's just starting her journey outside of not dating men anymore. Like, she's all dolled up, but she looks kind of timid and you know, uncomfortable, like she doesn't really know what she's doing. And so that's why Gina Gershon spotted her, because she was like, oh, fresh meat, easy prey, basically. And it isn't until her cop date shows up that we realize, like, oh no, you better get out of there, Gina. Corky better run.
I agree with the latter part of that. I'm not 100% on the first part of that, though. But, I mean... What's up? I don't know. Like I said, but different perspectives. That's just, yeah.
All right. What's next?
Okay,
what else you got?
Good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the sex scene. Susie Bright helped choreograph the sex scene.
Well, and she deserves an Oscar for that, then.
I'm not discounting her work at all. That is not any part of what I was saying. I want to be very clear on that. The job she did and her skills that she brought to the table were excellent. I hate when directors throw cameos to their buddies. That is one of the biggest things that I fucking hate about independent films and stuff like that. Like, I really hate it. It always breaks shit. So this actually is one of my personal pet peeves. Like, you have a lot of really great stories, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the director's buddy comes in to make a cameo, and it completely does not match what is going on in the story, and it's just a one-liner or something.
I see. Okay.
So that is a personal. That's a Bradley.
So you're
thing.
saying they should have got Roger Daltrey instead?
What a fan. I don't know, Cher. I don't fucking know. But, like, you know, Jewel, somebody from the 90s. I don't fucking know. It just... I didn't like that. That's just...
Jewel would have been good. Jewel would have been good.